The statistic that Acholi is the poorest in Uganda started after Acholi massively voted for NRM in 2021 general elections, as if Acholi were struck the hardest by COVID-19. But then, to me, I think that statistic needs to be challenged, because to me, that can't just be true. Let's just take a look at northern Uganda. Let's look at Karamoja. Let's look at Lamu. Let's look at West Nile. In Karamoja, the quality of the cattle are the lowest in the country, and the cheapest place you can buy cattle is the Karamoja. This is not my own statement. Even the MP of Karamoja expressed in the region, in the regional parliamentary sitting, which happened in Gulu City, where they were talking about how they could improve the quality so that the price can go high. Then, in Acholi here, Acholi has better breeds, more quality and more expensive. Now let's look at the housing. The Karamojongs barely sleeps in grass thatch house. Acholi sleeps in a well-built grass thatch house. Now let's look at the land. Acholi land is very fertile, produces a lot of crops. The Karamoja land has lower fertility, with also little rainfall, and the people themselves, they don't want to grow crops. The question is, how comes the Karamoja are richer than Acholi? Where are the grains Acholi are producing going to? Ubos gives those grains to Lamu sub-region, because Acholi, especially the east, like Agago district, are selling all the grains to Lira City. The grains they count from the store, they don't know that they were ferried from Agago district. They put in a statistic, Lira is the leading producer of grains. No, it is the Agago. The producers are not the people who are keeping it in the store. The producers are the people who are producing it from the site, in this case in the garden. You see? Talk about land again. So Ubos does not value land as part of wealth. Now, let's go to Lamu sub-region. I want us to talk about the urban centers. Let's just sample urban centers. In Lamu sub-region, when you remove Lira, which other urban centers are left? When you talk about a patch, Kalong is more developed than a patch. Patong is more developed than a patch. Pade is more developed than a patch. Now, ask yourself, before you bring in Kitgum municipality, Noya, Anara, before you bring those places, which other places in Lamu? Because the more little bit popular places we have a patch, maybe a match. Relatively, you realize that Lamu almost have only one urban center, one well-developed urban center, that is Lira City. You see? Hunger is not there in Acholi. The Acholi people are well intact, producing food. Have these Ubos people gone to the bank accounts of the Acholi? Have they gone to inquire about the statistics of the assets which Acholi are owning outside Acholi? Because I know most of the Acholi people, There are a number of Acholi who are very rich in Kampala there, who get the source of money from home here, but they invest in Kampala. They put the money in Kampala, not here. Now, what about the people working at home here? Have you checked their bank accounts? The indices of this statistic is very questionable. It's very, very questionable. Because I've ever been an enumerator, but I'm a livestock census. When you ask people, one mistake I know about Acholi is Acholi will not tell you the truth about wealth. When you ask a mother down there that how many chicken do you have, the first thing that will come onto their mind is the government wants to distribute for us something. So they will tell you 1 or 2, yet they are having like 20. When you go to cattle, they will say I have nothing when they're having 9. I've ever seen people say there's a lot of vast land which has no owners in Acholi. They are saying a very big lie, but their lie is also coming from the lie of Acholi in the statistic. In the statistic of land ownership, you ask somebody how many hectares of land you have, the person will tell you 1, yet the person is having like 30 acres. Because the person doesn't want to disclose the wealth. So the Balero goes and say, a lot of vast land, there's no owner, because you divide the number you collected from the statistic by the available land size of Acholi, and you realize there's a lot of vacant land. No. You're beating fishes with sticks. That cannot be true. Anybody who wants to help Acholi should forget about the statistic of Acholi being the poorest. And to the Acholi people, we need to be very careful, especially the politicians, on spreading the gospel of Acholi being the poorest. We know we have been in problems too much, staying in war for so long, and nobody even thought of maybe let's give Acholi investors tax holidays for them to recover, and so on and so on. Nothing. No favorable fiscal policy. But this should not be an opportunity to totally make Acholi poor. I think the UBO statistic on poverty indices needs to be challenged. It should be challenged. Actually, the poorest, where Tesu is coming to buy food from here, now are buying food from Acholi. Karamojong survives because of Acholi. And the land. And why has the statistic changed from the time when Acholi started porting? And I think somebody maybe mistook that, oh, now they have started porting NRM, they are now totally brainwashed. No. Voting NRM, that is kindness and should not be taken for weakness. Thank you.